As well. Powering this old Lincoln PTO powered welder here. Very handy to have these things. There is another one I'd like to actually. This isn't actually our one. It's actually an uncle's one, but a relative's one. But there is a type of one of these I do want to get hold of that has a 240 volt circuitry in it as well. It's more universal. This is only a baby one. This is just a welder only and a 32 volt AC generator. It's from the late 50s. As you can see here, she's had a hard life. All these straps have been overloaded and burnt out, and they've jumped here to there. So we've got that set of action, that set of action, that set of action. Just the 85 to 40 amp tap has been bypassed, that's been burnt out, and tapped straight onto the highest 250 amp setting. That's all we use, nothing else is used. That's a positive, or active, which is connected to ground. And that goes to your 32 volt outlet there. Good in the old farm days, this is a farm generator. This would have been used to power a farmhouse, like the phone, the old radios. Yeah. It's nice to get this thing fully restored though. There's the original colour, that reddish colour is the original colour, but this has all been chopped and modified. Don't know what. This was bought at an auction quite some time ago, and this has actually been handmade, homemade by some blocky. So they've done a bloody good job. Don't know what originally would have drove this, but it would have been something, maybe an engine or a big ass pulley and a set of fan bolts. This is actually an old truck diff, I'm guessing, from the 1940s. Would have went there, the tower shaft went there, axle there, and one axle there. And there are the hubs that have been cut down with the oxy-torch. They've welded, just literally welded on 13-inch rims. It's all been chopped and recycled and modified. They've welded one side of the diff, and they use a big crown gear inside to gear it right up to spin this thing. And you're only supposed to spin it, I think it's, where does it say? It says somewhere, 2500 RPM max, I think. There is it. 2500 RPM maximum, otherwise the commutator bars inside there will fling apart, but yeah. That's the only thing you lose by tapping all this up. This has all been, as you can see, this has all had a hard life. It's all been burnt and melted, overloaded. Yeah, bypass and just, this is the only tap that's used. Nothing else works, just this tap. Not even the 32 volt generator. The resistor in there has been broken. And there's a little variac here. That's kind of cool. Little rheostat. That's for the 32 volt setting. Yeah, just had a hard life, but works quite well. They've actually done a bloody good job to align this thing perfectly balanced. Anyway, I've just got to tap and die and tap some threads into these holes here so I can bolt this cage back on, because this is actually welded together. I want to be able to so they can actually unbolt it and fix up anything here, so should anything in here fail again. So we burnt this out yesterday. All that soldering just burnt, just overloaded. Yeah, it's had a hard life, but it still works quite well. I inspected all the brushes and inspected the commutator. It's pretty much mint in there. It's just this side of it's had a hard life. The fan itself here not only cools the motor half of it down, but also keeps these fins bits here which carry the current, keeps these cool as well. So the windings in there look pretty good. Link Welder 250BT, welding range 40 to 250 amps. Well, it's only 250 amps only now. Link Electric to Australia, the world's largest manufacturer of arc welding equipment, still are today. Now based in China, but these are the good old days in Australia, made some decent stuff. Very handy to have one of these old welding plants. We've got the pop batteries. Instead of using that to pop batteries, I could use just the pop batteries and save me energy bill. But you can see here, this has already had a hard life already. Yeah, this is the weakest part is these bits here. They burn out too easily. I've repaired the lead. redid that. The original other half of the lead is just a cactus. Ended up bloody having a weak spot and just popped like a fuse yesterday. This is actually grounded here, positive or active here is actually grounded at the chassis, so you don't even have to plug that in there for your ground. You just connect this straight to the chassis and use it as a ground. But anyway, I've got some repair work to do, tap some threads in those holes. And I'll be able to bolt this back on and bolt it off. Should we need to do any more maintenance in the future. Yeah, does need a bit of work though, but still works quite well. Wouldn't take much to restore this thing to full functionality. You like that toolbox, eh? WTC 1943. Yeah. Whoever made this did a bloody good job putting it all together. The old blockies, farmers make the best engineers, I tell you. This thing could not be any more well balanced. Essential. They did a bloody good job of recycling and making this thing. Yeah, it's definitely an old truck for an old bulldozer of some description. Definitely an old truck there, very old truck, at least in the late 30s to early 40s. Tail shaft went there, as I said. One axle there, one axle there. They're probably the original hubs, and they've cut all around it, where the wheel would have bolted onto, and the brake drum and everything would have went. They've actually just welded those straight on. Yeah, that tyre's definitely been on there since this was made originally. Yeah, the only way to get these off is to take the hubs off. But they've done a good job. Very good job of this. Impressive engineering skills here. Anyway, it's got to get those holes all tapped out, and that'll be it. Just be properly secured. There's where your taps are, tells you what they do. Yeah, Lincoln Welder. Lincoln make the best stuff, especially things like this. Very handy to get a hold of one of these. Give it a good test. It works quite well. Nice 1 inch long arcs. Just burns a rod like crazy. This thing works better than that one. A lot more power. I think it's got a bit more volts actually. So PTO at 1000. This thing's like arcs that long. I can draw. Just eats the rod and got a rod like nothing. This thing works very well. So I got all redid all that, nice and secure. Yeah, I'll try and get it done video, but I'll see what happens. It's just awesome. Got to get myself one of these. This isn't our one, it's just borrowed this one. But I've got to get ourselves one of these. This thing's just bloody awesome. This would be good to pop batches with though, that's for sure. But the weakest part is in there, as I've shown before. It's had a hard life, this thing. Anyway, did my own repair there. Redid that. I'll probably just duct tape that up and just stick it around a mop. See how much amps I can get out of it. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.